Deep in California's Mojave Desert lies a facility so secretive that for decades, the government wouldn't even acknowledge its existence. Yet behind its heavily guarded perimeters, America's most advanced aircraft take shape. Invisible warriors of the sky designed to penetrate enemy airspace undetected. While Area 51 captures the public imagination with tales of alien technology, this lesser-known installation has produced some of the most revolutionary aircraft in military history. From the SR-71 Blackbird that could outrun missiles to the ghost-like F-117 Nighthawk that changed modern warfare forever, these technological marvels begin their journey here in what many call the hidden city where U.S. stealth jets are built. Tonight, we take you inside the shadowy world of Lockheed Martin's legendary Skunk Works, the most advanced aerospace development center on Earth, where America's invisible fleet is born. The origins of Skunk Works. The story begins during the darkest days of World War II. In 1943, American intelligence revealed that Nazi Germany was developing jet-powered aircraft that threatened to dominate the skies. The U.S. military urgently needed a response. They turned to Lockheed's brilliant engineer, Clarence Kelly Johnson, tasking him with creating America's first jet fighter, and they needed it fast. Johnson requested complete autonomy from Lockheed's regular bureaucracy. He gathered a small team of the company's best engineers and set up operations in a temporary facility next to a plastics factory in Burbank, California. The plastic manufacturing process created such a foul odor that Johnson's team jokingly called their workspace Skunk Works, referencing the Skunk Works moonshine factory from the popular comic strip Lil Abner. The nickname stuck, eventually becoming the official title for Lockheed's advanced development programs. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Working in near-complete secrecy, Johnson's team designed, built, and delivered the P-80 Shooting Star in just 143 days, less than half the time the military had requested. This unprecedented achievement established Skunk Works' reputation for delivering the impossible on impossibly short timelines. Johnson implemented an organizational approach that was revolutionary for its time. Small teams working with minimal oversight, extraordinary autonomy, and fanatical secrecy. He distilled this philosophy into 14 rules that continue to guide Skunk Works operations to this day, including: the Skunk Works manager must have complete control of his program. Strong but small project offices must be provided. The number of people having any connection with the project must be restricted. A very simple drawing and reporting system is mandatory. There must be mutual trust between the military project organization and the contractor. The move to Palmdale. By the 1950s, Skunk Works had outgrown its original Burbank facility. The increasing complexity and size of aircraft, coupled with the need for enhanced security and testing capabilities, necessitated a move to a more isolated location. The answer lay approximately 60 miles northeast of Los Angeles, in the Antelope Valley region of the Mojave Desert, Palmdale, California. The Palmdale installation, officially designated as Air Force Plant 42, spans over 5,800 acres of desert landscape. Unlike the mythical Area 51, this facility actually appears on maps and officially exists, though what happens inside its numerous hangars and test facilities remains largely classified. The complex includes massive manufacturing buildings, specialized production plants, and highly restricted test areas where America's most advanced aircraft first spread their wings. What makes Palmdale ideal for developing secret aircraft? First, its remote desert location provides natural isolation from prying eyes. Second, the consistent clear weather allows for year-round flight testing. Third, the vast, sparsely populated surrounding area provides a buffer zone for acoustic secrecy, critical when testing aircraft with unusual sound signatures. Finally, its proximity to Edwards Air Force Base provides access to restricted military airspace for testing classified aircraft without public observation. For decades, local residents have grown accustomed to strange sights in the desert skies. Unusual aircraft with bizarre shapes, sometimes flying only at night, their existence denied by officials until years or even decades later. These weren't UFOs, but rather classified American aircraft undergoing testing before their official unveiling to the world. The Blackbird, setting the stage for stealth. The Skunk Works' reputation for delivering revolutionary aircraft reached new heights in the early 1960s with the development of the SR-71 Blackbird. Designed to replace the U-2 spy plane after Gary Powers was shot down over the Soviet Union, the Blackbird represented a fundamentally different approach to survivability. Instead of flying above threats, it would simply outrun them. The SR-71 could fly at over Mach 3.2, more than 2,200 miles per hour, and at altitudes exceeding 85,000 feet. To withstand the intense heat generated at such speeds, Skunk Works engineers developed an airframe made largely of titanium. Ironically, much of this titanium had to be sourced from the Soviet Union through shell companies, as the USSR controlled the world's largest titanium supplies. The Blackbird's development process foreshadowed the extreme secrecy that would surround later stealth programs. The aircraft was built in closed hangars at the Palmdale facility, with parts manufactured by subcontractors who often had no idea what they were building. Workers received security clearances and operated under strict need-to-know protocols. The aircraft was so secret that when President Johnson publicly announced its existence in 1964, he mistakenly called it the RS-71. Rather than correct the commander-in-chief, the Air Force simply changed all documentation to match the president's terminology. Throughout its operational history from 1966 to 1998, no SR-71 was ever lost to enemy action, despite conducting thousands of reconnaissance missions over hostile territory. Its combination of speed and altitude made it effectively untouchable. When surface-to-air missiles were launched against it, pilots simply accelerated to outrun them. The Blackbird represented the pinnacle of the outrun the threat philosophy. But even as it entered service, Kelly Johnson and his team were already exploring a radically different concept. Instead of outrunning enemy defenses, what if an aircraft could simply become invisible to them? If you value this deep exploration of America's military aviation history, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Your contributions help us maintain our independence and continue bringing these hidden stories to light. The link is in the description below. The birth of stealth, HAV Blue, and the F-117. The crown jewel of Skunk Works' achievements came in the 1970s with the development of stealth technology, the ability to make aircraft nearly invisible to radar. This revolutionary capability would forever change the nature of aerial warfare and cement Palmdale's status as America's most important aircraft development center. The seeds of stealth technology were planted decades earlier. In 1953, mathematician Pyotr Ufimtsev published a paper in the Soviet Union on calculating the radar cross-section of aircraft. Ironically, Soviet leadership deemed this work to have little practical value and allowed its publication. Decades later, Skunk Works engineers discovered and translated Ufimtsev's work, recognizing its tremendous potential. Using Ufimtsev's equations and early computer modeling, Skunk Works began a highly classified program called HAV Blue to develop a radar-evading aircraft. The conventional wisdom at the time held that making a combat-capable aircraft invisible to radar was physically impossible. But Skunk Works had built its reputation on achieving the impossible. The solution they developed was revolutionary: an aircraft with faceted, angular surfaces designed to reflect radar waves away from their source rather than back to them. Combined with radar-absorbing materials and special coatings, this approach could reduce an aircraft's radar signature to that of a small bird. The development of the HAV Blue technology demonstrator represented a new level of secrecy even for Skunk Works. The project was so classified that many senior military officials weren't briefed on its existence. Testing occurred exclusively at night, with aircraft hidden during daylight hours. All evidence of the program was meticulously erased after each test flight. The HAV Blue prototype first flew in 1977, proving the stealth concept feasible. This led directly to the development of the F-117 Nighthawk, the world's first operational stealth aircraft. With its angular, bat-like appearance, the F-117 resembled nothing ever seen before. Many aeronautical experts initially refused to believe it could even fly, as its bizarre shape contradicted conventional aerodynamic principles. The F-117 was built in Building 82 at the Palmdale facility, a structure with extraordinary security protocols. Workers required special clearances just to enter, and different sections of the building were compartmentalized with varying levels of access. Many employees worked for years on components without ever seeing the complete aircraft they were helping to build. The aircraft operated in total secrecy for years, with the Air Force denying its existence until 1988, nearly 7 years after it entered service. During this period, F-117s flew exclusively at night from the remote Tonopah test range in Nevada, with the aircraft stored in special hangars during daylight hours to avoid satellite detection. Maintenance crews worked night shifts, while pilots maintained cover stories about flying conventional aircraft. Desert Storm. Stealth reveals its power. During Operation Desert Storm in 1991, the F-117 finally revealed its true capabilities to the world. These shadowy aircraft slipped undetected through Iraq's sophisticated air defense network, one of the most dense and advanced in the world, precisely striking critical targets without a single loss. The first night of the war saw F-117s striking 31% of all coalition targets despite representing just 2.5% of the attacking force. In one particularly stunning mission, F-117s destroyed the heavily defended Iraqi Air Defense Operations Center in downtown Baghdad, a target surrounded by over 60 radar systems, hundreds of anti-aircraft guns, and dozens of surface-to-air missile batteries. The F-117S struck with such precision that nearby civilian structures remained untouched, demonstrating not just the aircraft's survivability, but its revolutionary precision. The age of stealth warfare had begun, fundamentally altering military strategy and forcing potential adversaries to reconsider their defense systems. The success of the F-117 program vindicated the billions spent on its secret development at Palmdale and established Skunk Works as the world leader in low-observable technology. Inside the hidden city, security and operations. Creating these technological marvels requires extraordinary security measures. The Palmdale facility operates under multiple layers of protection that would impress even Area 51 security experts. Perimeter fences, motion sensors, armed guards, and constant surveillance form just the outer ring of security. Inside, the facility is compartmentalized into separate zones with access granted on a strict need-to-know basis. Building 82, where the F-117 was manufactured, represents just one of numerous specialized structures within the complex. Other buildings house everything from advanced composite manufacturing to radar cross-section testing chambers. Employees undergo extensive background checks and maintain high-level security clearances. Many sign lifetime non-disclosure agreements. Work on classified projects often proceeds for years without personnel fully understanding the overall aircraft they're helping to build. Components are developed separately, with teams unaware of how their piece fits into the larger puzzle. This cellular approach to development helps prevent security breaches while fostering focused innovation. The most sensitive projects reportedly take place in structures designed to block electromagnetic emissions, preventing electronic eavesdropping from outside sources. These specialized buildings, sometimes called Sensitive Compartmented Information Facilities, SCIFs, create environments where even the most sophisticated intelligence gathering techniques prove ineffective. Former employees describe a workplace unlike any other. Security protocols become second nature. No unauthorized photography, no detailed discussions of work outside secure areas, and constant awareness of who might be listening. Yet despite these restrictions, the facility fosters an environment of extraordinary creativity and problem-solving. "You knew you were working on something that would change history," explained one retired engineer who requested anonymity. Even if you couldn't tell your family exactly what you did, there was tremendous pride in being part of something so important to national security. If you've ever spotted a mysterious aircraft in the skies above the Mojave Desert, tell us about your experience in the comments section below. What did it look like? When did you see it? Your observations might help piece together the timeline of America's next-generation aircraft development. The next generation, F-22 and beyond. The success of the F-117 led to Skunk Works' next major achievement, the F-22 Raptor. While final assembly would take place in Marietta, Georgia, critical components and systems were developed at Palmdale. Unlike the specialized F-117, which was primarily a precision strike aircraft, the F-22 represented a quantum leap in capability, combining stealth with supersonic speed and unmatched agility. The F-22's development represented a significant advancement over the F-117's stealth technology. Rather than the Nighthawk's faceted design, the Raptor incorporated curved surfaces and advanced materials that maintained stealth characteristics while improving aerodynamic performance. This allowed the F-22 to achieve something previously thought impossible: supercruise capability, sustained supersonic flight without afterburners, in a stealth aircraft. The development process for the F-22 revealed the evolution of Skunk Works' approach to aircraft design. While the F-117 had been largely hand-built using traditional manufacturing techniques, the F-22 incorporated advanced computer-aided design and manufacturing processes. These new approaches would later influence commercial aviation, with technologies developed for stealth aircraft finding applications in civilian airliners years later. Beyond the F-22, Skunk Works turned its attention to unmanned aerial vehicles. The RQ-170 Sentinel, nicknamed the Beast of Kandahar after being spotted at an airbase in Afghanistan, represents the marriage of stealth technology with unmanned systems. This bat-winged drone can penetrate heavily defended airspace to gather intelligence without risking a pilot. One RQ-170 gained unwanted publicity in 2011 when it crash-landed in Iran during a surveillance mission, providing adversaries with a close look at American stealth technology. The incident highlighted the continued high-stakes nature of developing and operating advanced aircraft, even in the unmanned era. More recently, Palmdale has been at the center of developing the next generation of unmanned combat aircraft. Programs like the classified RQ-180, a high-altitude, long-endurance stealth drone, reportedly continue the tradition of pushing technological boundaries. Local observers have occasionally spotted unusual aircraft that don't match any publicly acknowledged programs, suggesting that the next generation of stealth technology is already being tested over the Mojave. Beyond aircraft, the technologies of tomorrow. The story of Skunk Works and its Palmdale facility isn't just about aircraft. It's about fostering technological breakthroughs that transform modern warfare and eventually filter down to civilian applications. Many innovations developed for classified military programs eventually find their way into everyday technology. Composite materials first developed for stealth aircraft now appear in commercial airliners, improving fuel efficiency. Advanced manufacturing techniques pioneered for classified programs have transformed production methods across industries. Even the computational fluid dynamics software used to model airflow around stealth shapes has found applications in fields ranging from automotive design to architecture. In recent years, Skunk Works has been developing hypersonic technology, aircraft and missiles capable of traveling at speeds exceeding Mach 5, 5 times the speed of sound. The SR-72, an unmanned hypersonic aircraft nicknamed Son of Blackbird, represents the potential successor to the legendary SR-71. Unlike its predecessor, which relied on speed alone for survivability, the SR-72 reportedly combines hypersonic speed with stealth characteristics. Hypersonic weapons move so quickly that current defense systems have little time to react, potentially changing the strategic balance between major powers. The development of these systems is among the highest national security priorities, with both Russia and China pursuing similar capabilities. Another groundbreaking program underway at Palmdale is the X-59 QuSST, Quiet Supersonic Transport, an aircraft designed to break the sound barrier without producing the disruptive sonic boom that has prohibited supersonic flight over populated areas since the Concorde era. This NASA-sponsored project could revolutionize commercial aviation, potentially bringing back supersonic passenger travel in an environmentally acceptable form. Perhaps most fascinating are the projects we don't yet know about, the next generation of advanced aircraft currently taking shape behind Palmdale's secure perimeters. History suggests that by the time the public learns about a Skunk Works project, it has often been flying for years or even decades. What revolutionary capabilities are being perfected today that we won't learn about until the 2030s or beyond? The people behind the secrets. While advanced technology dominates the narrative around Skunk Works, equally important are the remarkable individuals who design these aircraft. The facility has attracted some of the nation's most brilliant aerospace engineers, many drawn by the opportunity to work on cutting-edge programs that push the boundaries of what's possible. Kelly Johnson set the standard, establishing a culture that valued innovation, risk-taking, and practical problem-solving over bureaucracy and paperwork. His successor, Ben Rich, guided Skunk Works through the development of stealth technology, maintaining the same philosophy of empowering engineers to find creative solutions to seemingly impossible challenges. Today's Skunk Works continues this tradition, bringing together experts in aerodynamics, materials science, propulsion, and dozens of other specialized fields. Many employees spend their entire careers at the facility, working on successive generations of classified aircraft. The ability to attract and retain this exceptional talent represents one of Palmdale's greatest strengths. What makes Skunk Works special isn't just the technology, it's the people, explained one senior Lockheed Martin executive. We bring together individuals who aren't satisfied with incremental improvements. They want to create revolutionary capabilities that transform what's possible in aerospace. This commitment to revolutionary thinking extends beyond aircraft design to manufacturing processes. The facility has pioneered advanced production techniques, from specialized coatings applied in climate-controlled environments to composite structures manufactured with unprecedented precision. These innovations ensure that America's most advanced aircraft not only perform as designed, but can be produced efficiently and reliably. The secrecy surrounding their work creates unique challenges for these engineers and technicians. Many spend decades working on programs they can never discuss with family or friends. Their contributions to national security remain largely unacknowledged by the public. Yet for many, this sacrifice is worthwhile, knowing they've played a role in developing systems that maintain America's technological edge and protect those who serve in harm's way. The strategic importance of Palmdale. As global tensions rise and near-peer competitors develop their own advanced technologies, the importance of Skunk Works has only increased. The facility continues to push boundaries, exploring concepts that may seem like science fiction today, but could become operational reality tomorrow, from directed energy weapons to aircraft with dynamically changing shapes. The strategic value of maintaining this capability can hardly be overstated. In an era of renewed great power competition, technological superiority in aerospace remains a cornerstone of American military power. The aircraft and systems developed at Palmdale provide asymmetric advantages that shape geopolitical calculations around the world. China and Russia have invested heavily in counter-stealth technologies, from advanced radars to new detection methods. This ongoing competition drives continuous innovation at Skunk Works, ensuring that America's next generation of aircraft can overcome emerging threats. The cat-and-mouse game between stealth technology and counter-stealth systems represents one of the most consequential technological competitions of our time. Beyond specific aircraft, the intellectual capital concentrated at Palmdale represents a national asset of immeasurable value. The collective knowledge and experience of the Skunk Works team, built over decades of pushing technological boundaries, creates a foundation for continued innovation that would be nearly impossible to replicate. This legacy of innovation extends beyond military applications. Technologies developed for classified programs often find peaceful applications years later. The same computational techniques used to design stealth aircraft now help engineers create more fuel-efficient commercial airliners. Materials science breakthroughs driven by military requirements lead to stronger, lighter structures for civilian use. Even manufacturing processes pioneered for classified projects eventually transform production methods across industries. The future of the hidden city. What lies ahead for America's hidden city of advanced aerospace development? While specific programs remain classified, public statements and occasional glimpses of test aircraft suggests several directions for future development. First, the integration of artificial intelligence and autonomous systems will likely accelerate. Future combat aircraft may operate with minimal human intervention, able to coordinate with other unmanned platforms to overwhelm enemy defenses. These systems could combine the advantages of stealth with swarm tactics, presenting adversaries with multiple simultaneous threats that exceed their ability to respond effectively. Second, hypersonic technology will continue to advance, with speeds exceeding Mach 5 becoming operational reality rather than experimental capability. Combining hypersonic speed with stealth characteristics could create weapons and reconnaissance platforms with unprecedented survivability. Third, the boundary between air and space operations will likely blur. Programs under development at Palmdale reportedly include vehicles capable of operating in both domains, potentially providing rapid global reach for both military and civilian applications. Fourth, new forms of propulsion will transform what's possible in aerospace. From scramjet engines for hypersonic flight to more exotic concepts using directed energy, the next generation of aircraft may abandon conventional jet engines for fundamentally new approaches to generating thrust. Finally, the facility itself will continue to evolve, with new secure structures and test capabilities designed to support ever more advanced programs. Recent satellite imagery shows ongoing construction at Plant 42, suggesting preparation for the next generation of classified aircraft development. For the men and women who work there, Skunk Works represents more than employment. It's a calling. Many spend entire careers within its secure boundaries, never able to fully share their remarkable achievements with friends or family. Their rewards come from knowing they've contributed to systems that maintain America's technological edge and protect those who serve in harm's way. The legacy of innovation. Despite its secretive nature, Skunk Works has made an indelible mark on American military power, technological advancement, and national security. The hidden city in the California desert stands as testament to American ingenuity and the remarkable achievements possible when brilliant minds work together under a shared mission. The principles established by Kelly Johnson decades ago, the famous 14 Rules of Skunk Works, continue to guide operations today. This approach has proven so successful that organizations worldwide have attempted to replicate the Skunk Works model for their own advanced development programs. Few have matched its consistent record of breakthrough achievements. Next time you gaze up at the clear desert sky over California, remember that somewhere in that vast expanse, tomorrow's aerial marvels might be taking flight, invisible not just to radar, but to public knowledge. The hidden city continues its silent work, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in aerospace design and ensuring America maintains its dominance of the skies for generations to come. The story of Skunk Works reminds us that in a world of increasing technological complexity, human ingenuity remains the most valuable resource. Behind every stealth aircraft, every breakthrough capability, stands a team of dedicated individuals committed to solving seemingly impossible challenges. Their work, largely unheralded due to necessary secrecy, has transformed modern warfare and helped maintain peace through technological superiority. If you've found this journey into America's aerospace secrets fascinating, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of military technology and history. Your support allows us to continue uncovering these remarkable stories from America's technological frontier. Until next time, keep watching the skies. You never know what might be flying overhead.